Hi there, welcome to Techno Monk, your go-to techno video hub. To start a day with a coffee is not a bad idea. To learn Java in the beginning of your programming career is a better idea. Today we are going to learn about Java in 5 minutes. Let's get started. In this video, we are going to learn about Java origin. Before Java 8, how was Java? And after Java 8, what has changed? And Java 8 features in brief. So let's get started. A chef from Vincenzo TV series saying he can make Java coffee. That doesn't mean he is the founder. No way. Sorry, chef. The actual founder was James Gosling. He led a team of researchers in order to create a portable language which can work across the machines, regardless of the native machine code. In 1995, Java was first released and it was well suited for the World Wide Web because most of the World Wide Web has the Java applet program that time. So, what is so different about Java code compilation and Java code in particular, which works wonder and was revolutionary idea in that particular time? How? Hold your horses. Hold on. How Java compiler works. A developer writes a Java code in Java predefined language in a Java class as an object. Once the developer returns his code, he executes a Java compiler command. Once Java C compiler command is executed, the Java C compiler command converts the Java code into a byte code. This byte code is not a machine code, not a Java code. It is an intermediate code which is called a byte code. How this byte code can be executed in any machines? It was a revolutionary idea behind this logic. A JVM is nothing but a Java virtual machine which is pre-installed within the Java package whenever you install it in your system or any of the systems. Once the JVM picks up the bytecode, which is a jar file, war file, whatever it is, it executes the bytecode in Java virtual machine. From there, it converts the bytecode into machine code while it was running. The final code was executed in your OS. It could be a PC, it could be a Mac, it could be a machine, washing machine, or it could be even space jets. Before and after Java 8, we could compare them using this example of Loki's. You would have seen Loki in season 1, episode 1, being a small being to a final episode, a time god. That much drastic difference has happened within Java in order to become Java 8. What kind of difference? Throughout the history of Java, it was always an object oriented programming language. Oops. But Java 8 fundamentally changed everything. It has become a hybrid kind of language which support function oriented programming as well as object oriented programming. Again, our chef came here to explain about Java, even though he is not a Java programming expert rather than a Java coffee expert. He is here to give us company one more time. So, Java 8 basically changed everything. Java always an object oriented programming. In Java 8, it is adapted the function oriented programming as well. So function oriented programming, it accepts in order to evolve into a hybrid programming. So Java function oriented programming has the main concept called lambda expression. It is a single abstract method where you could write an expression in order to explain your manipulation or calculation or any kind of code. Just a simple abstract method which you could express in a lambda expression. It is very useful in collection libraries in order to iterate, filter, extract data if you had a huge amount of data. Let's see a quick syntax of how Java before Java 8 and after Java 8. If you see, we need to declare an interface called drawable which has a method draw. And in a main class, which is a lambda expression example, we have our main method.
In main method, in order for us to just print or in order to draw something, we need to implement the interface. I need to declare an object, I need to declare the method, and I need to write the logic. Even though my logic is just one liner, I need to write more than 4 5 lines, including the brackets, which is not at all required by the program, or it's not concise and clear as a programmer. In Java 8, it is fundamentally changed to a lambda expression. So same, we are going to declare a drawable. It is optional to declare a function interface, even though it is good to have. So in the main method, instead of declaring a new object and a program and a method, we can just simply annotate with two annotation and a arrow mark, just simply write your logic. Here for an example, I just write drawing with whatever I'm going to print it. So it is as simple as it is, just expressing what is the input and what is the output, just like lambda expression in mathematical terms. That's it. We have pretty much completed the basic of Java and Java 8 within 5 minutes. This is an additional content of Java 8 features. Let's get started. Key features of Java 8: Lambda expression, interface default method, Java Stream API, for each method, Java Time API, Java IO improvements. We can go through each of this particular content in elaborate with an example. Lambda expression, as I explained before, it is a simple abstract method where you can just give an input and the output will be produced based on your input and your manipulation and calculation or the code you are going to write it out. Before Java 8, you need to declare an object, you need to declare or write a method with full syntax, and you need to put your output and you need to put your code. After Java 8, it's very simple. You just need to put two open close brackets, an arrow mark, you simply write it. You don't even need this open and close curly braces if it is just one liner. If it is just more than one liner, you need these curly braces too. What is interface default method? It is one of the additional features of Java 8 which has you can write a default method within interface. Before that, we can only write default method in abstract classes only. But in Java 8, we can to write default methods in interface itself. We see which is a huge win where you can have your old legacy code and you can rewrite it using some of the default method, and you can able to enhance it further future Java 8 functionalities. Java Stream API. This is one of the key feature which is added to Java Stream API in Java 8 platform, like filter, map, reduce, like operation to manipulate the collections like list and so on. This is one of the key feature after lambda expression because it allows us to do parallel execution. Just like Python and other programming languages, we can now do a parallel execution without using a thread. If you have millions of records and you need to parallelly execute and give an output like in a big data, previously it is only possible of functional languages such as Python and other languages. But now we can able to handle all the big data queries, big data related technologies in not to write too much code within Java to get the output same as like Python. Now the code is been simplified to write just single line. If you want to execute your list within a single core, you write dot string. If you want to execute in a multiple cores, utilize all the CPU cores of your program within your CPU of your computer, then you can use parallel stream, which can give you parallel stream and the filter, just like you can filter out the list millions of record and manipulate those records. And there's much more functionality like map and reduce. You can reduce the data to get a final output. So this is one of the key feature of Java 8 Stream API. Java Time API. Java 8 has introduced a new API for date and time to address the shortcomings of Java util date and Java util calendar old APIs. It is a replacement of this particular date and calendar because if you use the older Java date and calendar API, it's very difficult to manipulate date and time, and it is very difficult to set zone based on your time. like India time or the Australia time or the US time. And if I want to convert this time, it is very difficult and cumbersome process. It even needed some time, an external library. But Java 8 has given us this Java date and time separate APIs like local date time for us to manipulate very easily the date time. Just using zone ID, we can manipulate the zone, and to get the today date, we can just use local date dot now, which gives you current date based on your system settings. We can even manipulate the date time using local date off, and even we can do year day, some of the local date functionalities, and so on. Java IO improvements give us a list of external APIs for us to manipulate the files. Previously, in order to manipulate the files, we need to write so much lines to read the files, and we need to write while condition to read the lines. In Java IO improvements APIs, we can just write file lines and give the path. It will get the read all the lines within that file stream. To find the files, manipulate the files, it's very easier in Java IO improvements. Like it has given so much lot more list of APIs which we can able to handle it to manipulate the files, which previously very difficult process. That's it. We are done. Thank you, good sir. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe.